Now, shall we start with Marty?
Sure.
He says a short session. He says we finally had a clear night. Since it was sort of hot and humid, I went out for only a short session. My monologue included things I had been wondering about for a while. On nights where I see dozens of ships, how many individuals are monitoring my discussion? How much of that monitoring is AI versus real individuals? Is that number of individuals only a handful? Is it tens, hundreds? What is the audience size? Does it only involve those in my soul group, or is it an open forum? How many different races are monitoring my thoughts during these outings? Since I routinely ask for mentors, have any stepped up to volunteer for that task? Since I am an old cantankerous fart, will they have to draw straws to see who the unlucky ones are? Laugh out loud. Although the ETs are still in a subtle mode, I did receive one flash during those questions. I also saw a simulated meteorite, which I requested, and the usual fading out of ships cruising overhead. The flyby activity was less than the last several sessions, but that is how varied these events can be.
I don't have all the answers, but what I'm intuiting from what you're sharing and the interaction you've been having and the levels of interaction you've been having, in my experience, the closer relatives to us in terms of our star family are typically the ones in closer proximity to you. But there are also multiple star crafts that, they usually fly in tandem or triple, but you probably will see one, maybe two. Their ability, as you have experienced by asking them yes or no questions with your mind, your thought, your telepathy, is instantaneous. They can also communicate that way, I believe, through subspace to other members of your star family. E.g., if you're Pleiadian, they can communicate to most other Pleiadian ships, and then it may take a little jump to reach farther and farther out, but it's very quick. Quantum physics, as you know, says if you can affect an electron in your near time space, you can also affect an electron in real time at the edge of the expanding universe because of that subfield potential. It is my understanding that the star nations, star civilizations, the federations, and the groupings of different star races within those, I think there's kind of like a central quantum universal cloud where all thoughts and all communications, I believe, are collected and indexed and categorized appropriately. And I think the majority of those happens through harmonics. So our individual soul in this body has a specific resonant harmonic that represents our soul's lifetimes of experience with this on top of it, this current lifetime.